Hi, this is Ethan with the Ethan Bell Band, and you're listening to Concert Crap.
Hey guys, it's Karen with Concert Crap, and I am here with Ethan of the Ethan Bell Band. Thank you so much for joining me, Ethan.
Karen, it's so good to be on. I'm really excited.
Now, my first question for you is, what is the Ethan Bell Band? How did this all come about?
Well, my goal has always been to be a full-time musician since I was a little boy, and I started off just kind of playing acoustic things, doing like restaurant things, not really having an idea what I wanted to do, and just about 3 years ago, I wanted to get a band together, and so I started looking for guys, and we all kind of met through like mutual friends and mutual musicians, and we're really digging all the new country stuff that's out. You kind of got this like melting pot of like rock and roll and country music and rap and hip hop, and it's kind of all fused together into this really new open genre. And so we're a bunch of guys that love that, dig on that music, and like to have fun and play it.
So you said that like your genre is kind of open. What does that mean? If you had to describe what your sound was, how would you describe it?
Oh, well, we definitely fall into kind of the pop country vibe, you know, the stuff that they've got on the radio right now. But what I meant by open is that, like, as far as the influences, you know, you have like a melting pot with where country music is going, you know, and I'm a big fan of it. You know, guys like Florida Georgia Line, who have like a huge like hip hop influence. I think that's awesome, you know. And then you got guys like Chris Stapleton, who are, you know, they're like blues, you know, they're very bluesy, you know, and then everything in between that. We kind of fall into like the beachy country, kind of Zach Brown band type of vibe. We really dig doing the instrumental stuff, and you know, creating solos and stuff at our live shows, and you know, if you listen to their new Jekyll and Hyde album, they pretty much have a song from every genre of music on there. So, but we veer off into some of those things, but we pretty much stick it to the pop country.
So those bands that, you know, you said you sound like, do you take inspiration from them, or does inspiration come to you from somewhere else?
Oh, yeah, we definitely, you know, we definitely take inspiration from them. You know, I mentioned the Zach Brown band. They're probably my favorite band out there right now, because they just, my goal when I wanted to put a band together was to find like a group of like just the most talented, amazing musicians that I could. And you know, to be able to all play together and do like the trading the solos and the live shows, and you know, just to be able to play any genre really, really, really well. And so we definitely on that end have an influence from there. But as far as our writing and things like that goes, I draw a lot of inspiration from playing shows, and trying to play music write music about where we're at. You know, stuff that's it's like, you know, the crowd's there and you're there, and being able to you know, basically wrap that up into and directly talk to the crowd in a song and be like, hey, we're here, you're here, let's have fun, and epitomize that in a song is what I try to do.
So you really like connecting with the crowd. So if you perform, for example, on YouTube, you have the couch sessions. Is that different from when you perform for a crowd?
Well, in the place that we're at right now, we are still really growing our brand, and trying to get out there. You know, we, like, the first 2 years of the band, we played like every dive bar we possibly could, and you know, we would take requests and kind of do more like a Nashville thing where, you know, not necessarily as delicately planned out, and have like long extended jam sessions and things like that. And we're starting to get into where we're opening up for some bigger name guys, and we're going to be putting out our first album. And we kind of have a better idea of what our sound is. So our shows have gone from being like real, like, hey everybody, like, what do you guys want to hear and what do you guys want to do, and doing a lot of goofing around and playing like this huge like spectrum of different things to kind of having more of like a like, all right, we're going to go to this show and we're going to say this and play this song this way and transition into this song this way, and really turning into more of like, we have a whole production and we're putting on, you come and you get to sit and you get to watch and see the show, you know, and part of that, there is an audience participation in that, but it's definitely more like I get to sit down and watch this whole production type of thing is what we try to do.
So with that, like you mentioned an album, so and you're going to be opening up. For the rest of 2017, what can we expect from the Ethan Bell Band?
We're getting into festival season, so right now we're playing a lot in the northern Illinois area. We get into Wisconsin and Indiana and Iowa. We've got 6 other states on our list that we're going to be visiting. We're starting to expand out, you know, farther and farther. So just in the states surrounding Illinois, and then we're going to be in June. We're going to be putting out our first single. It's our song called "Party Bus." You can check it out. The YouTube. We have a YouTube video of it up where we do the Black Couch session for it. But this will be the full production and everything. Just it takes it to a whole other level. So we're going to be putting out a single in June, and then also in August, and then following next year, we're going to be putting out a whole album.
Awesome. So can we expect maybe a tour that's a little bit wider than just those 6 states once you put out your album?
Yeah, you know, I don't know if we're really doing kind of a grassroots type of thing. You know, if we end up, you know, working with some of the bigger names that we're playing with, and I'd love to be able to be like, oh, we're playing with this guy, I'm playing with this guy. So we're still waiting on like contracts and things like that. But we are getting to get in front of some bigger guys and stuff like that. You know, who knows? Maybe we'll get picked up and get to do some of that. But right now, we're kind of taking it one step at a time, and you know, going out 4 hours and coming home, and then going out 5 hours out and coming home, and then 6 hours, and then going over to the next state. And you know, we're gradually building up a fan base in the surrounding areas. I think it'll probably be another year or two before we do a big tour. But also, you never know. We're open to it.
So if you could like make your ideal dream tour, what would it look like? Who would you tour with? Where would you go?
That's a great question. Well, we definitely have to play with the Zach Brown Band because that would be awesome. We definitely would want to play with Luke Bryan and Eric Church or the Georgia Line. I mean, all those guys. That would be badass. Can I say that on the interview? Am I allowed?
I think you're fine. It's the internet.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I've really thought about where we would go beyond, you know, kind of the area we're in. It's definitely like a long-term goal to travel all over the U.S. And hit all the kind of the big spots. But, you know, it's hard when you've got your big goal, you know, but it's so important, especially in this business, to be mindful of like what the next step is, you know, taking it one step at a time. Otherwise, you can really lose, you can really stop appreciating where you're at, you know, and the people that are right there with you. So I really try to take it one step at a time. But if we were going to go on tour, I mean, we definitely would want to play with those guys, you know, travel around the U.S., travel around the country music circuit, you know, all the festivals and stuff. That would be the bigger goal.
So sounds good. Now I have a question for you. Why should people listen to your band?
Why should people listen to our band? people that like the Ethan Bell Band, well, they love country music. They love going out on a Sunday after they're hungover from partying all weekend and sitting down and having a Bloody Mary and and just day drinking all day. They want to listen to us because we're a fun band. Every time we play, it's like a brand new show, and you can tell when you watch. I got Johnny Gifford, Brandon Weber, Eric Smith are players, and I go out and I have a great time, and it's contagious. So and you can hear it in our music and at our shows. It's just a good time.
Awesome. So do you have anything else to say to our listeners?
Well, I mentioned the single that's going to be coming out, in June. So be sure to get with us on Facebook or at the Ethan Bell Band, where we do Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. And then the website is www.ethanbellband.com. So we're gonna be putting stuff out coming in the next month or so, giving like an official release date of the single. And be sure to come check out a show. You definitely won't be disappointed. And thank you for all the support too, because without you guys listening out there and appreciating the music, and it's kind of pointless. So we appreciate all of you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Ethan. Once again, this was Ethan with the Ethan Bell Band. Check them out on their social medias. This has been Karen with Concert Craft. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time.